Sports. Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Might as well give it to him again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Lloyd. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the 2nd level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. It's complete to the left. At the 20, he's got space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. LSU quick to the line. They'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. The linebacker.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And both of these teams have anchors in the middle that you build your defense around.
And everybody just seems to look to these two guys when there's a big play on the field that needs to happen, right?
They're making all the calls. They're making sure that they're in the right spots, run, pass, getting everybody organized, and they do it at a high level.
Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the boot, looking for his man. Finds his man. It's Tuggle. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. Some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU! And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll run it from the gun. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, 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 the dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship, Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many great running backs that run with an edge that are dogs.
They're getting this guy lathered up. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Now the play fake. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he was knocked down immediately, short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Finds his man, and they convert. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
How about the middle linebacker making a great play? He drops in his zone, eyes on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback throw the football, breaks on it perfectly, steps in front, and takes it all the way to the house.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to UConn. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud. Reason like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. That's caught. It's Durham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
That's reeled in. It's Jackson. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lloyd. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off the play fake. He's going up top. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score LSU 21, Georgia 7.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab at the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, this defense is extremely disciplined. Right there, 1st down, screen pass. It doesn't fool them. Nice play.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Looking to buy time. He breaks a tackle. At the 35, he's loose. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
This one's complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Tuggle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Georgia.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Man, he had to get rid of that thing. I don't even think he had time to find the laces, but he picks up the first down.
Yeah, that's a great job. You know, third and short, the defense is bringing pressure. He sees the pressure, gets the football out, and gets just enough for the first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Robinson. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Tuggle.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the returner is stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare.
Power football with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Going for it all. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And the try is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up...
What a job to lay out and make the catch. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. To the ground with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Georgia going up tempo. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
He'll throw it. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen.
LSU 28, Georgia 14.
He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Now on the move. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
He's brought down at the 43-yard line. Brings up.
Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll go to the ground. At the 45 on his way. Off he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 35, Georgia.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47.
For the offense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll off one deep down the left side.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it at the 15. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Coming up for the Bulldogs.
These corners backing off a bit. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bulldogs! What a catch and run for 6. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the game.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Offense gets set for second down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Shakes off the tackle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that, and they'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean,
looking deep down the right side. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they tried to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
He's going up top here late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Defense in press coverage. And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
It's second down.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Humphries. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Ball's incomplete. It leads to second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Frazier. Bulldozes his way through. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late.
The pass falls incomplete. It's now.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. This quarterback has all the confidence in the world in his arm. The coach would probably like to see more confidence in his eyes and not throw that ball into double coverage.
And the field really shrinks in the red zone. It becomes harder to execute, and all those guys are looking straight at the quarterback, and you could tell, listen, he got away with it, didn't throw the INT, but he's got to do a better job of using his eyes and making better decisions down here in the red zone where the field really shrinks.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it